Hello, Applied Mathers. We are going to walk through this new project called Vehicle Financing. So you're going to use technology to compare loan options for a used car. So you're going to have two sheets, one that looks like the colored one, and this one down here, of course, can be used colored as well, and a second sheet where you're looking at a separate scenario. So you've decided to purchase a used car that costs $6,500. You have enough for a 10% down payment, and you want to figure out what financing options are available to you and how they compare. So you must find 3 different institutes, for example, Wells Fargo, DCU, Clinton Savings, etc., and use their provided rates on their website for used cars. Okay, so we're going to create 2 tables, and I've done that already over here, and we're going to compare 3 banks. Note that over here, the banks, don't just call them Bank 1, Bank 2, Bank 3, but actually call them by their actual name. Don't forget, as we read the PDF, you're going to link back to evidence. So each one of these is going to have a link that's going to say that there is that tells you the rates. The length of the loans here, notice what it says here. It varies according to options. So you don't necessarily are going to put a 24, 48, and 72. You might have to adjust these based on APR, and I'll explain that in a moment. APR means annual percentage rate. That means how much money what percentage you're paying for rent, to rent the money. Okay, monthly payment is how much you are going to pay per month for this vehicle. Okay, and so that's the out-of-pocket every month that's going to happen. But what we want to do is total finance charges. What we want to do is compare to see how much that money costs to rent when you borrow it for 24 months, 48 months, or 78 months. Okay, and then in the end, we're also going to see if the car costs $6,500, how much money did you total spend for a car that costs $6,500? And we're not talking about all the registration and insurance. We're just talking about the car itself. Okay, so I'm assuming you've already set up this chart here, so I'm going to come over here and show you just real quick, briefly, how beneficial this is. Okay, so notice here that I can see quickly, based on a 24-month loan, this example I'm using 2.99%, and the monthly charge, or the monthly, I'm paying $251.41 per month for my vehicle. Notice to rent the vehicle, or excuse me, not to rent the vehicle, to rent the money, that's what a finance charge is you're paying $183 total. So over 2 years, I'm paying almost $200 just for that money. So the cost of the car originally was $6,500, but now I'm actually paying $66.83. And the same thing here. If I borrow out for 72 months, that's 6 years, it's a higher percentage rate. My monthly payment is significantly lower, but notice I'm almost paying $900 to borrow that money. So look at the cost of the car now, $6,500 compared to $73.53. Okay, so the benefit of the spreadsheet here is that also lets me adjust things really quickly. So watch this. Up here it says this is my 10% down. And I do want to show you that formula that I used. What I did was say 0.1, 10% of the cost of the car. And so now we can see if you hit enter, it's 6,500. And over here I just did the subtraction. I took the 6,500, subtracted the 650. And this is how much money I'm getting financed from the bank. That's how much money I need to borrow. But watch this. What if I was able to put down more money than 10%? So let's just say, what if I put down 20%? But as I hit enter, pay attention to how these numbers increase or decrease. Okay. So let's see. I put in 0.2 for 20%. Now I hit enter. Boom. Notice this went down from 183 to 163. This one went down almost $100. Okay. So if you could put down a little bit more money, you're saving a lot more money. Okay, I'm gonna, and I would change this to 20% if I were keeping that. Okay, I'm gonna undo that. Now notice also I can adjust the cost of the car. Oh, what if I end up, the car's less expensive than I expected, so it's $4,300. Watch how everything is gonna change. Everything around here is going to drop down once I hit enter. Boom. Now I'm only financing $3,800, and notice my finance charges are significantly lower at the 10% rate. Okay, and again, I can even change this, and let's say I can put down 30% down. Notice how drastically these numbers are going to drop when I hit enter. $94. Look, I'm only paying $47 a month to finance this car, so $50 a month. That's like gas. But I'm still paying almost $500 to rent the money, essentially. Okay,